I'll believe it when the year is actually over. There's a few weeks left. I put nothing past 2020.
Isn't it true, Ms. Heard, that in September of 2015, you punched Johnny Depp in the face with a closed fist?
I hit Johnny one time.
Ha, gotcha.
I put nothing past 2020.
And then I stood up. And then you clapped.
I remember hitting you as a response to the door thing.
Adapt and survive. The better you are at making the changes internally, the better you have a chance of actually not just surviving, but thriving.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Wee. I don't think I've seen a ratio that bad in a long time. Now, we know I've been covering the AH versus JD scenario for a very long time, and since the very beginning of it, I feel like I've had a fair and balanced take on it. I believe that both acted very poorly. I believe that some of the things that were said about JD were probably true, and I believe some of the things were not true, and the same is true for AH. Now, the problem with this is that only one of them received any punishment, JD being fired from the J.K. Rowling Fantastic Beasts film and likely having going to have to take a long hiatus from filming and not by his own choice. Now, look, before I get into all this, we know how YouTube treats these videos on this topic. I don't know why there's special treatment, but I'm really glad to have a sponsor to share with you. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. In current year, basically everyone should be using a VPN. What is a VPN? Well, it stands for Virtual Private Network. With Private Internet Access, all of your traffic goes through a secure VPN tunnel, your IP address is hidden, and your data is encrypted. Private Internet Access is available for all platforms: Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, and many others. They have a strict no logs policy. You can use one subscription to protect up to 10 devices at a time. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, and Private Internet Access has given me their best deal ever. Just $2.08 a month plus 2 months free, which is 83% off. And reviewers love Private Internet Access. CNET rated it as, quote, spectacular, and it got PC Mag's Editor's Choice Award for the past 5 years. You can access geo-restricted content from websites, YouTube included, social media networks, find better deals online, play games blocked in your region, and protect your identity by keeping your data encrypted. Pick up this awesome offer available just to my subscribers. It's located in the pinned comment below as well as the description. Start protecting yourself today. It's an incredible deal, and look, you don't have to use this VPN, but I do think everyone should be using a VPN these days, and it's the one I use, and it's an incredible deal, and it helps offset the sadness that YouTube brings when I cover this type of stuff. Now, there is some new news leading up to one of the biggest BTFOs I've ever seen, and that is that Aquaman 2 reportedly introducing new female lead to balance things out with AH. Now, again, we've got this covered, which means it could be 100% true and it could be absolute garbage. They've had some things correct in the past, but they've had a lot of things incorrect. After the successful debut of the first film, which is an understatement given the fact that it grossed $1.1 billion at the box office, James Wan will soon embark on another challenging journey to helm the long-awaited Aquaman 2. You know, I actually will admit, I was very surprised that Aquaman did that good. I saw the trailers and I said, there was just nothing about it that made me excited. Maybe Jason Momoa has a bigger fan base than I thought. Alas, even if you go into the production, the movie is facing scrutiny. it's a case of somehow blissfully missed all the controversy. In this case, you somehow I'm sorry. If you've missed it, well, we haven't. I've been covering it, of course, since Jump Street. Now, ironic reference. Now, a lot of folks on the internet are campaigning to see take the same treatment that JD got in terms of being fired. In fact, a petition to remove her from Aquaman 2 is nearing a staggering 2 million signatures. And while WB has yet to announce any plans to hire another actress for the role, it seems that they're trying to come up with a compromise. Look, I don't think there is any compromise in this. I think that her casting in this film is going to be a stain on it, and you're going to have a huge counter press, a huge negative specter following everything you do and everything this woman appears in. And really, Warner Brothers should probably recast her. According to Grace Randolph, the host of Beyond the Trailer, which has had some good takes and bad, some of you are asking about AH. As I told you before, they are bringing on this new female lead to balance things out and writing the script so that AH's role can be cut down if needed. But as of right now, she's still in Aquaman 2, the journalist wrote on Twitter. As we learned last month, Warner Brothers may not be able to fire the London Field star if it comes down due to her contract. What they can do, however, is find a way to sideline her character in favor of a newcomer in Aquaman 2. To what extent they'll do so at this point is anyone's guess. Hey, how about replace her with Emilia Clarke? I think it would fit pretty good. A lot of fans are kind of pushing for Emilia Clarke. Game of Thrones star Emilia Clarke leaves her Targaryen role behind as new images see her replace AH in Aquaman 2. After everything, this is basically who everyone's cast. Yeah. I don't hate it. I do think that they're probably not going to replace her. But if you look, here's an article from The Guardian yesterday saying AH lost public sympathy for standing up against JD, says QC. That's a lot of initials. AH's stand against JD's should not have deprived her of public sympathy for suffering this ordeal. Well, it didn't. See, what turned everyone against her, including her own closest friends, including people that were set to testify on her behalf, was the things she said and did. The recording of her saying, quite honestly, I believe almost specifically this thing, you're a man. No one's going to believe you and this is in response to JD calling her out for punching him. All right. This is a woman who is, who at minimum gave as good as she got, as they say. And I would think that Hollywood should treat her the same as JD, equal rights, right? Now, this puff piece here, on Monday, the High Court, they talked about this. Oh, this is actually an older article. It's more than a month old. Well, yeah, she lost public sympathy because she never deserved it. Here you see fans protest. This is from just a few days ago. Protest against AH's new show by streaming JD movies. Fans of JD celebrate the veteran's actor's Hollywood career by watching some of his best movies. The fan-made event was done on December 17th. Fans were encouraged to help another support the actor by streaming his movies. The fans used hashtags such as Depp Movie Night or Deppcember, which garnered thousands of posts with fans watching several of the actor's famous movies. I still say his role in Willy Wonka is pretty good. I don't like it more than the original, but it's pretty. I think it's, how do you say, it was a remake of a movie that I really loved that didn't suck, and that's super rare. Obviously, this is I think her movie, I don't know what it is, The Stand or something like that came out. I don't know. I'm not a fan of her work. But perhaps the biggest blowout happened in this Access Hollywood video. It says AH's 2020 takeaway, adapt and survive. This from somebody who's worth like $50 million. Anyone want to tell me, I don't know if you could see this, but 512,000 views, those seem like they're botted, to be honest. 687 upvotes. That is terrible. 90,000 downvotes. You can't even see the like bar. It's completely buried. Let's look at the top comments. Nobody will believe you because you're a man. They won't believe you because you're a man. They won't believe you because you're a man. They won't believe you because you're a man. All of this, these are her words. It gets completely destroyed. Not a bot, and signed every petition against AH. They won't believe you because you're a man. She is not a victim. Well, I think that you can be, to be fair, I think that you can be a victim and you can be the one also inflicting. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, by her own admission, that she raised her hands to JD. There's audio recording of her mocking him, saying no one will believe his story because he's a man. I mean, and look at this comment section is just unbelievably beautiful. This person's a monster. Why give her any spotlight? And it's just on and on and on and on and on and on. These are a lot of users. 28,000 comments. I mean, you know exactly what they all are. They're all the same. I've got to be honest, these words, I can't think of a better reason why AH should be recast in Aquaman 2 and receive the same treatment that JD did. After all, she admitted to this behavior. It is not up for debate. And before I go, I'll just remind you to get safe browsing using private internet access. I've got an amazing deal in the pinned comment down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.